Now, you may know that EW Scripps is our parent company. Actually, you may not actually know that, but our parent company, EW Scripps, they are very seriously into childhood literacy. It is so, so important.
We have an annual campaign. It's actually called Give a Child a Book, and it's really great because it allows everyone in the community to contribute to provide diverse reading opportunities, books for children who might not necessarily have access to that. So that's a really great initiative. And the funny thing is the history of our company is quite amazing in that way.
Yeah, oh man, I could go right into it.
We were talking about it yesterday, so I know she wants to talk about it.
Oh really? Oh my gosh, no, I don't have the short story. I don't have the short. I don't have the short of it, but EW Scripps, he started his company, oh, you know, it's a long story, but the whole family was in publishing, and he was an offshoot of his big brother, took off because his older sister, Eleanor Browning Scripps, said, here's some money, you need to start your own newspapers on the West Coast. That's why if you go to San Diego, there's a lot of Scripps named things, because Eleanor Browning Scripps was a big conservationist and had a lot of property in San Diego. Anyway, I could go on and on and on. But Eleanor Browning Scripps was very much into literacy, and literacy for all. Yes. So there is a great, powerful woman behind the EW Scripps company, and she isn't often as celebrated as much as her younger brother, EW Scripps. So anyway, as I said, I could go on. So you just dumped us in it, Emily.
Yes,
but I could go
sure
on
did.
and on and on.
No, she's very
absolutely.
It's great to be proud of our company.
I think she's as a woman in media, and she was a journalist first. She's one of my heroes for sure.
And if you have any question about the seriousness of the support of literacy in our company, there's a little thing called the Scripps Spelling Bee. You might have heard of that. That's our company. So today we have a WKBW read-along in support of this Give a Child a Book campaign and initiative that happens every year. So take a look at this.
So we're about to read my very favorite book in the whole wide world by Malcolm Mitchell. Hi, I'm Henley, and this is a story about finding my very favorite book in the whole wide world. But it wasn't as easy as it sounds. Reading can be hard, you know. Once upon a time, everyone thought I hated to read, but that's just not true.
Wow, look at all these books. In some books, the words are too big, the sentences too long, and there are too many pages. In other books, the pictures have zero to do with cool things I like or with what's inside of me. I do try, but some books are so giant, if I stood on them, I would turn into a giant.
Other books are so boring, I'd rather use them as pillows. When I'm supposed to be reading homework, I'd rather play football in the backyard. When I'm asked to read the cookbook to help make dinner, I would rather see how many grapes I can fit into my mouth. Once I took a wagon full of books to the town swimming pool to find out how good they could swim.
Can books swim? I don't think so. When I tried to read books about dinosaurs, they made my brain hurt. So I gave the books back to the dinosaurs.
I've tried reading books about mountains, pickles, aliens, monsters, cats chasing mice, and mice chasing cats. I even found a book about cats chasing mice up a mountain while aliens eat pickles with monsters, but none of those made reading easier or more fun. But that all changed when Miss Joy gave the worst homework assignment ever.
Find your very favorite book in the whole wide world and bring it to school tomorrow. It can be a book about anything. Just make sure you love it because you'll be sharing it with the class. The school bell sounded like 100 horns blowing in my ear. Thinking about the yucky homework assignment gave me a super headache and made my hands sweaty.
On the way home from school, I stopped by the mighty library hoping to find any book that could be my favorite. Do you have a favorite book? Think about that. What's your favorite book? My friends went into the library ahead of me. When it comes to finding books, I'm not so fast. Inside, there was a nice man sitting behind a jumbo-sized desk. I asked him if he could help me find my very favorite book in the whole wide world. He showed me books about science and adventure and squishy animals. He flipped through the pages of books about flags, farms, and holidays. He'd found plenty of books with twisty, big words, sentences as long as my legs, and pictures that tangled the pages. It gave me the heebie-jeebies.
When I saw my friends in the middle of the library having fun and reading, I felt more lost than ever. The next place I tried was Miss Rackley's bookshop. Maybe she could help me find my favorite book. Ms. Rackley did what she does best. She brought piles and piles of books. I looked and looked and looked, but I couldn't call any of them my favorite book in the whole wide world. All of those pages and all of those words made my eyes tired, and I realized it was going to take a book miracle to find my very favorite book. I grew a sad face and stomped all the way home.
Mama was unloading the dryer and she could tell I was having a crummy day. I told her all about the worst ever homework assignment. The librarian and Mrs. Rackley tried their best to help me find a book, but I was no use. I'll never find my very favorite book in the whole wide world.
With a voice as warm as rolls from an oven, Mama said, "Henley, sometimes the best stories can be found inside ourselves." After a sweet kiss on the forehead, Mama's words lit up inside of me. And that's when I had a brilliant idea. Have you ever had a brilliant idea? Look at him. He's got something going on. He's got his finger on his lips. He knows he's got the $1 million idea.
What do you think that idea is?
I think he's gonna find a book that he likes.
Yeah?
I think he's gonna make a book inside of his head. Same.
Okay. Those are good ideas. Well, the next morning, I could hardly wait for my turn to share my favorite book in the whole wide world. I stood proud as all eyes in the reading circle stared at me. Everyone thinks I hate to read, but that's not true. Yes, some words are too big and some sentences are too long, but that's not my biggest challenge. Before today, I just hadn't found a book I wanted to read. I hadn't found the words, the pictures, or pages or sentences or subjects that showed me me.
So last night I wrote a book. It's called My Very Favorite Book in the Whole Wide World. It's about a big, fat, bumpy journey to finding the perfect book. My book has words and pictures and pages that show me, and that show you me. When I started reading my book out loud for everyone to hear, I struggled, but soon my words began to flow. The pictures I drew danced off the pages. Everyone can have a very favorite book in the whole wide world, even if they have to write it. When I was done telling my story, my classmates clapped and cheered. My teacher gave me a gold star on my homework. And that's the truth.
How'd you like that story?
I liked it.
All right.
Oh, that was so adorable.
What is it about someone reading books? I just sit there and watch my very favorite book in the whole wide world. That was really cool. Written by Malcolm Mitchell. And you know what? I got to say, the unsung hero of this is Sherry Burns, who did an amazing job pulling it together and doing the cute little animations with Michael Robinson's illustrations. So super awesome.
It was really well done.